Hello and welcome to Simfabulous. Today we're gonna start a new city here in City Skylines. Some of you might wonder why a new city even though Westfield isn't completed yet. The reason for that is that I had to reinstall my computer after a failed Windows update and the save game of City Skylines was corrupted and wouldn't load properly. So I decided to start over again and try to make it even better this time. With that out of the way, let's get started. I started by laying down a solid highway connection because traffic was one of the biggest issues in Westfield. I made new connections between the two highways and planned where to put connections to the normal roads and districts. I tried to go with some bended roads to make it look more pretty and not just straight and edgy. Additionally, I used the Move It mod to straighten out some of the connections so that cars can go right through without braking. For the entry of the districts, I used a junction from the Steam workshops. It's a combination between a highway and a roundabout so that traffic can flow past the junction without stopping and the cars can get onto the road right through the roundabout. The Move It mod gives you the opportunity to get roads at the same height. This stops the road from looking too unrealistic and can help with traffic flow as well. I did this everywhere I felt like it could help the appearance of a city. After I was happy with the general shape of the highway network, I started with the first district. Obviously, I started with residential, since every city needs people. I'm still trying to figure out the best way to build a grid without junctions everywhere. My attempt was to get only T-junctions, but it doesn't always work that way. My water and power supply is all in one place. This makes it easier to expand since I don't have to search. I put the water pipes down parallel to the road so they wouldn't be all over the place. This is quite expensive, but since I'm playing with unlimited money anyway, it is not a big deal for me. After zoning in, I place the city services so that less buildings get distracted and I can choose to place freely before anyone moves in. When I was finished with this first district, I had a gigantic demand for retail buildings, so I started with yet another district right to the other side of the highway. To help traffic, I added a second highway connection up to the right. Otherwise all the cars had to go through one highway junction and that wouldn't work. All the garbage collection and the dev care was placed outside the districts so no one gets polluted or annoyed. After that I built yet another residential district, since the commercial area was complaining about too less workers, and the only way to fix this is to get more people to move in. Next I needed industry. I saw this big forest right at the beginning and decided to go with wood for industry. So I started to build a grid right over there next to the highway. I didn't want to put power cords all over the map, so I added a second source of energy next to the industry area. I know I said I want all my power supply in one place, but it was just too much distance between the districts to stick to just one source. Not because of the high demand, but because I don't like the look of power lines going all over the map. After that, I thought about using the river to export my goods, but I couldn't build a harbor right next to my industry district. So I looked in another place and placed it over to the south. I did not want to make the mistake again and put the harbor or train station right next to a normal road, so I added an additional highway junction and a roundabout just for the import and export of goods. To build the roundabout, I used the Roundabout Builder mod to speed up the process. It's important to make the way to the harbor long enough so the trucks can wait for a ship without causing a massive traffic jam. After that I looked for the public services in the other districts. Since many people are walking, crosswalks can cause a lot of stopping traffic. The Pedestrian Bridge Builder is a great way to quickly build new crossing possibilities without causing stopping cars. In addition to that, I replaced the junction with a highway roundabout, again with the roundabout wheel. I decided to force people to enter the district at the top to get the traffic flowing again. This way I built a kind of one-way system without much effort. The next step was to replace the other junctions with roundabouts as well. Here I adjusted the height with the Move It mod. I think it looks far better this way. Again, the demand for new houses was high, so I expanded the grid of the commercial buildings with some residential areas. The industry needed a roundabout as well to get the traffic flowing again. I also adjusted the lane arrows so that only one lane goes left and the rest goes straight on. I decided to build a kind of one-way system again by restricting the exit of the roundabout. And since more people need to get straight through, I added another lane to exit the roundabout at the top. In the end, I have a flyover with before and after images. Let me know what you think about it and if you have ideas how to improve it. This is the end of part 1 of the new city Cannville here in City Skylines. Thank you everyone for watching. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and I would also like to read your comments. Have a nice day and see you next time.